Hey, what's up guys? It's Foster, and today we're gonna be working on the aesthetics of our GR86. I've got a full aero kit, body kit, whatever you wanna call it, here from APR. So what this includes is a carbon fiber front lip. We've got carbon fiber side skirts, rear spats, and some fender garnishes. So this thing should be looking pretty sweet by the time we're done with the install. But before we get started with that, I do wanna quickly give you an update. As you know, we blew the motor in our GR86, and so it's been removed for a couple months now. It's still a Fred Flintstone powered GR86 at the moment, but I did want to show you guys that we've got an OEM motor replacement finally ready to go. It's not a built motor or anything like that. This is just an FA24 that's been rebuilt to OEM specs. But stay tuned because this is going to be going in the car in the next video. So I've got the APR front lip here. It's actually got a really nice little emblem on it. A lot of nice little details with the APR carbon fiber. And you can tell this is the real deal too. It's not fiberglass, it's really carbon fiber, so it's super lightweight. But to install this, we're actually gonna have to remove the whole front bumper. I'm gonna just mock it up here so we can kind of see what it's gonna look like. I actually do really like the styling of this. I think it flows really well with the GR86 bumper. And it's obviously pretty aggressive. It's about 3 inches extended beyond the front bumper, so it's gonna look really nice. But as I said, let's go ahead and get this front bumper off. All right, so obviously this car's been worked on quite a bit over the last couple of months. So the side marker lights were already unplugged for me, makes my life really easy. The pop clips and the wheel well were gone, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think we're pretty much ready to take the bumper off. So on the sides of this GR86 bumper, there are 2 plastic clips that are holding in this little trim piece here. So I'm gonna remove them, and then we're gonna use these holes with our new APR hardware, and that's gonna help us make sure that everything is lined up with our front Airdam, and that when we go to drill the holes, we know that everything's in the right spot. Now for everyone's favorite part of this project, which is of course drilling holes in your front bumper. You do want to make sure you have everything lined up exactly where you want it. I did check underneath and the lip is fitting really nicely to our front bumper, so I am happy with where everything's at. So now I've got a drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I'm gonna just make some small marks centered in these holes, and that's gonna tell me where to finally drill the bumper. But before I actually drill it for real, I'm gonna take the lip back off so that way we don't hurt it. Oops, I guess got a little too far on that one, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, quick change of plans. I accidentally drilled all the way through in this one spot, and it seemed to work out fine. So I'm just gonna send it and go ahead and fully drill these holes with the lip attached. I don't think it's really gonna be a big deal. So the next thing I'm gonna do is remove this plastic tray piece that's underneath your front grille, because right now it's blocking access to the hardware, so I'm gonna get this out of the way and it should make things a lot easier. All right, so this part's pretty straightforward. Just install your new hardware with the washer and the bolt on the bottom, and then your nut goes up top. All right, first impressions seeing the GR86 with the new APR front lip on it. And I have to say the fitment of it is pretty spot on. Has a nice tight fit to the bumper, so I'm really happy with that. But now I think it needs some aero on the sides of the car to kind of balance out the aggressive look. So let's go ahead and get these side skirts on. Obviously, the most important part now is to make sure that we get our holes lined up properly on our APR side skirts. So I'm gonna use some painter's tape and we're gonna line up the side skirt front and back, make sure we get it exactly where we want it before we drill our holes. So this next step is pretty straightforward, but use a permanent marker and mark exactly where you're gonna need to drill for your new hardware. Now go ahead and remove your side skirts so they're out of the way and grab your drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and drill exactly where we left the permanent marker. Okay, now we're gonna remove all these OEM clips that are holding on your OEM side skirts to the rocker panel, and that'll give us access for our new hardware. So you don't actually have to take your OEM side skirt all the way off. The purpose of removing the pop clips was mainly just to give us access to the backside of those holes. That way we can reinstall our new hardware. Last but not least, all you have to do is reinstall those pop clips and you're pretty much done. And then we're gonna repeat the same process on the other side. Next up, I've got these APR carbon fiber vents that I'm gonna be installing. It actually fully replaces this OEM vent, so I probably shouldn't have put everything back together because I gotta just undo that now, but we're gonna undo the side skirt from the rocker and undo these pop clips, and then we should be able to pry out this OEM fender vent. So we've got to use a heat gun for this next part, but I'm going to heat up this top edge of this fender vent, and that's going to allow me to peel off the 3M that's holding it in place. All right, I'm gonna take a second and clean up this old fender vent so that we can get ready to install our new APR carbon fiber one. You can use a razor blade or glue gun or anything like that to get off the old 3M and clean up the fender vent. Then you should be ready for your install. Using the old 3M as a reference point, apply your new 3M and then peel off the backer. Now we can install the new APR fender cover, and all you have to do is just press and hold it into place, and that 3M should give it a good bond. All right, now we're ready to stick this back on the car. Okay, last up, I'm gonna install these APR carbon fiber rear spats. I think this is really gonna help balance the look of the Aero Kit, and this install shouldn't be too bad. I've removed the pop clips underneath the bumper and this pop clip up here. So basically this bumper cover is loose. Now I'm gonna reinstall the spat with the pop clips, and then we can mark our holes for where to drill. So I got the full APR Aero Kit installed on our GR86, and it really wasn't too bad of an install because APR had some pretty detailed instructions, so everything was pretty straightforward. But I have to say, now that everything is fitted to the car, I'm really happy with the fit and the finish of the APR carbon fiber. Everything seems really top notch, so I'm gonna give it a 2 thumbs up. What do you guys think about the new look? I think it definitely makes the car look a little bit more aggressive, so I'm a big fan of that. But obviously our ride height is pretty jacked up right now. It looks like a monster truck. We're gonna fix that in the next video when we install the engine. I wanted to wait till the motor was in the car before I dialed in the ride height. But you guys aren't gonna wanna miss out on the next video, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you do wanna pick up any of the products in this video, I'll put a link in the description down below. With that said, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.